Experts advise people to follow health rules even if corona infection rate and death toll drops. 7 Afghans killed following a crowd rush outside of Kabul airport. And in the men's section of new format of cricket, the 100-ball tournament, Southern Brave win the title, defeating Birmingham Phoenix by 32 runs. Assalamu alaikum. This is Shamim Khan, welcoming you all to News at 10 on BTV, BTV World and BTV Chattogram Center. Those were the headlines. We now move on to the news in details. A revolutionary change will happen in the country's communication system after completing the work of SASEC Connection Project 2 on Elenga-Hatikumbri-Rangpur Road. Flyover, bridge, underpass and culvert will be constructed under the package WP13 of the SASEC project. A total of 16,662 crore taka is estimated for the project. The government of Bangladesh and Asian Development Bank are jointly financing the 190-kilometer long highway. This project will help to connect the road with Asian Highway, SAARC Highway, SASEC Corridor and BIMSTEC Corridor. Two agreements were signed under SASEC Road Connect Project 2 at Roads and Highways Department today. Road Transport and Bridges Minister Obaidul Qadir joined the signing ceremony virtually. In his speech, the minister said people's sufferings on Ghazipur, Elenga and Khulna Joshua Road will have to be removed at any cost. Obaidul Qadir directed the concern to complete the work of SASEC Connect project in due time, maintaining quality. Roads and Highways Division Secretary Mohammad Nazrul Islam, Bridges Division Secretary Abu Bakr Siddiq, Project Director Dr. Muhammad Waliur Rahman were present. Abdul Momin Limited and China Railway Bridge Construction Group signed the agreement. Muhammad Abdus Sabur, Chief Engineer of Roads and Highways Department, signed the agreement on behalf of his organization. Later, the Awami League General Secretary Obaidul Qadir joined a discussion virtually organized by Chattogram South District Awami League to mark the August 21st grenade attack. In the discussion, he said the birthday celebration of Begum Khaleda Zia on August 15 is the inferior example in the political history of the country. Obaidul Qadir also said BNP is the father of killing and terrorism in Bangladesh.
বিচারই চাইতে পারি 15 আগস্টের হত্যাকাণ্ডে আজ সন্ত্রাসের কথা বলেন বিএনপি নেতারা আপনারাই তো এদেশে রাষ্ট্রীয় সন্ত্রাসের জন্ম দিয়েছেন সন্ত্রাসের পিতামাতার সন্তান ষড়যন্ত্রের উত্তরাধিকার বহন করছে আপনাদের জন্মলগ্ন থেকে মুখোশের আড়ালে সন্ত্রাসী হত্যাকারীদের লালন পালন পৃষ্ঠপোষকতা দিয়ে আসছে একটি দল বিএনপি বাংলাদেশে সন্ত্রাসী খুনিদের বিশ্বাসযোগ্য ঠিকানা হচ্ছে বিএনপি বাংলাদেশে সাম্প্রদায়িক রাজনীতির নির্ভরযোগ্য ঠিকানা হচ্ছে বিএনপি 15 আগস্ট খালেদা জিয়া বুয়া জন্মদিবস পালন এ দেশে বিএনপি রাজনৈতিক প্রতিহিংসার নিকৃষ্টতম নজির
Chattogram South District Awami League President Muslimuddin Ahmed chaired the program, while Awami League Organizing Secretary Abu Sail Al-Mahmoud Shapun and Chattogram South District Awami League General Secretary Mafizur Rahman spoke, among others. Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood has said Awami League is rooted in deep, but BNP has no grounds under its feet. He said this at a briefing on contemporary issues at the Secretariat today. Responding to queries from journalists, Dr. Hassan Mahmood says the politics of BNP is limited to words and statements only.
মির্জা ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেব আসলে সবসময় এই ধরনের কথা বলেন বাংলাদেশ আওয়ামী লীগের শিকড় অনেক গভীরে প্রথিত। জনগণের সমর্থন নিয়ে ধস নামানো বিজয়ের মাধ্যমে 2009 সালে মাননীয় প্রধানমন্ত্রী বঙ্গবন্ধু কন্যা সরকার গঠন করেন এবং তার পরবর্তীতে দুটি নির্বাচনেও আওয়ামী লীগ নির্বাচিত হয়েই সরকার গঠন করেছে। 2018 সালের নির্বাচনে বিএনপি অংশগ্রহণ করেছিল এবং কি ফলাফল হয়েছে সেটি আপনারা জানেন, দেখছেন। বিএনপি বিরোধী দলের আসনেও বসতে পারেনি। আসলে পায়ের তলার মাটিটা বিএনপিরই সরে গেছে। তো পায়ের তলার মাটি বিএনপি সরে গেছে বিধায় খালি কলসি বেশি বাজে না। বিএনপির ফখরুল ইসলাম আলমগীর সাহেবের কথাবার্তাও ঠিক সেরকম, খালি কলসিটা বেশি বাজে। ওই কথা বলার মধ্যেই তাদের রাজনীতিটা সীমাবদ্ধ হয়ে গেছে। আর বরিশালের বিষয়টা একান্তই স্থানীয় এবং সেখানে তড়িৎ আইনগত ব্যবস্থা গ্রহণ করা হয়েছে। তবে বিষয়টি তদন্তাধীন, তদন্তে বেরিয়ে আসবে আসলে কি ঘটনা ঘটেছিল। তার আগে আসলে বেশি কিছুর বলার প্রয়োজন আছে বলে আমি মনে করি না।
Later, Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood virtually joined a discussion at the National Institute of Mass Communication marking National Mourning Day. He says BNP came into being through killings. Political parties with such backgrounds should be banned, he added.
তাহলে যারা হত্যার রাজনীতিকে লালন করে, হত্যার রাজনীতির মাধ্যমে যাদের উন্মেষ ঘটেছে, তাদের রাজনীতিটা বন্ধ করতে হবে। এই বিএনপির উন্মেষটাই কিন্তু হত্যার রাজনীতির মাধ্যমে। বিএনপির প্রতিষ্ঠাতা জিয়া রহমান হত্যার রাজনীতির মাধ্যমে তার উত্থান এবং হত্যাকাণ্ড অব্যাহত রেখে তিনি ক্ষমতায় টিকেছিলেন।
State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Dr. Murad Hassan, Secretary of the Ministry Muhammad Maqbool Hussain, Director General of the Press Institute of Bangladesh Zafar Wajid, historian Professor Dr. Syed Anwar Hussain, valiant freedom fighter and researcher Sajjad Ali Zahir Bir Pratik also spoke. Director General of the National Institute of Mass Communication Shaheen Islam presented the keynote paper. Director General of Bangladesh Television Sohrab Hussain and heads of different departments of the Information and Broadcasting Ministry were present. Later in the afternoon, Awami League Joint General Secretary and Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood took part in a food distribution program at Mohakali in the capital. Banani Thana Awami League organized the program to distribute food among the corona-affected poor people. The Information Minister said the nation observed mourning on August 15, but BNP did not utter any word about the incident because Begum Khaleda Zia mentally attached with Bangabandhu killing.
সমগ্র দেশে জাতীয় শোক দিবস উদযাপিত হচ্ছে, কিন্তু বিএনপির মুখে একটি কথা নাই। বিএনপি বেগম খালেদা জিয়ার ভুয়া জন্মদিন পালন করেছে। তারা আগে কেক কাটতো, এখন তারা অন্যভাবে বেগম খালেদা জিয়ার ভুয়া জন্মদিন পালন করেছে। এমন একটি মর্মন্তুদ ঘটনা, বিএনপির পক্ষ থেকে কোনো বক্তব্য নাই। এটি প্রমাণিত হয় যে প্রতিষ্ঠাতা জিয়া রহমান যেহেতু এই হত্যাকাণ্ডের সাথে যুক্ত ছিল এবং বেগম খালেদা জিয়াও মানসিকভাবে সেটির সাথে যুক্ত ছিলেন, সেই কারণে বিএনপির মুখে কথা নেই।
Awami League Office Secretary Barrister Biplab Borua, Dhaka North City Awami League President Sheikh Fazlur Rahman, its General Secretary S.M. Annan Kochi, Banani Thana Awami League President Freedom Fighter Joshimuddin, its General Secretary Mir Musharraf Hussain and City Awami League leaders among others spoke on the occasion. Bangladesh reported 139 COVID-19 deaths and 4,804 new infections in the last 24 hours. Directorate General of Health Services DGHS in its routine daily statement today said the death toll has risen to 25,282 from coronavirus and the tally of infections has risen to 14,61,998. The recovery count rose to 13,63,874 after another 8,453 patients recovered. The statement said 15.16% of 31,689 samples were tested positive. DGH's statistics showed of the people infected from the beginning, 93.29% recovered and 1.73% died. The statement said of the 139 deaths, 3 are between 11 to 20 years, 2 between 21 to 30 years, 7 between 31 to 40 years, 19 between 41 to 50 years, 37 between 51 to 60 years, 31 between 61 to 70 years, 28 between 71 to 80 years, 8 between 81 to 90 years, and 4 are between 91 to 100 years. 72 out of the 139 people died were male, while 67 were female. DGH has informed that 38 people died in Dhaka Division, 31 died in Chattogram Division, 15 died in Rajshahi Division, 17 died in Khulna Division, 8 died in Borishal Division, 12 in Sylhet Division, 8 died in Rangpur Division, and 10 died in Mymensingh Division. The rate of coronavirus infection and mortality has started to reduce in the country. After prolonged sufferings of the people, the rate of infection has come down in between 4,000 to 5,000 these days. The specialist physicians have suggested not to be satisfied, rather abide by the health guidelines. Meanwhile, vaccination programs taken by the government have been continuing in the country, including the rural areas. Besides, imported vaccines have started arriving in Bangladesh from many other countries. A consignment of about 782,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine from Japan have already reached Bangladesh, which will bring all registered people in waiting under vaccination program shortly. Specialist physicians have expressed their views that due to coordinated efforts taken by the government, the country will be freed from the clutches of the deadly coronavirus very soon. Russian ambassador to Bangladesh, Alexander Mantensky, made a courtesy call on Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry at her office in the National Parliament in Dhaka today. During the meeting, they discussed economic growth, trade and commerce, livelihood during corona pandemic, vaccination program, sustainable development, climate impact and other issues. Speaker Dr. Shirin Sharmin Chaudhry said Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has taken time-befitting measures to maintain the continuity in Bangladesh's development activities and keep normal day-to-day life of people representing different classes and occupations at a time when the world was reeling from economic recession caused by corona pandemic. The Russian envoy appreciated Bangladesh's initiative to keep trade and commerce apace facing the corona crisis. Now, international news. Seven people were killed in crowds near Kabul airport, where people have been gathering to try to flee Afghanistan after the Taliban took control. Thousands of people tried to get on flights abroad since the Taliban entered Kabul last weekend. Tens of thousands of Afghans turned up on Saturday, with those at the front crushed against the barricades. COVID-19 global death toll crosses 44,41,000 and over 21,23,47,000 people have been infected globally. Besides, more than 18,99,71,000 people recovered from the virus so far. Meanwhile, the US has now 3,86,19,000 confirmed cases and over 5,62,000 deaths. India has now 3,24,24,000 confirmed cases and over 4,34,000 deaths. At least 8 people are known to have died after Hurricane Grace tore through eastern Mexico, bringing torrential rain and high winds and causing power cuts and flooding. The deaths and the worst damage occurred in the state of Veracruz, where the storm uprooted trees when it made landfall. In the state capital Jalapa, many streets became rivers of mud. The hurricane later weakened to a tropical storm as it moved inland. Residents on the U.S. East Coast have been urged to prepare for one of the most powerful storms in years. Hurricane Henry, which has strengthened from a tropical storm, is expected to hit New York's Long Island and southern parts of New England on Sunday. A state of emergency has been declared in parts of New York State as winds of up to 120 kilometers per hour. Now, news on sports. Southern Brave won the inaugural 100 balls cricket competition men's trophy. In the final match, they beat Birmingham Phoenix by 32 runs in Lord's. Brave batted first and scored 168 runs for 5. Paul Sterling scored 61 runs, while Ross Whitley was unbeaten on 44 runs. In reply, Birmingham Phoenix managed to score 136 runs for 5. Meanwhile, Oval Invincibles won the women's crown, beating Southern Brave by 48 runs. Oval Invincibles batted first and scored 121 runs for 6. In reply, Southern Brave were all out on 73 runs. And now to end the bulletin, a recap of the top stories. Government implements Elenga-Hatikumbul Rangpur Highway Development Project at a cost of 16,662 crore taka. Groundbreaking change likely in the communication system in the northern part of the country. Khaleda Zia's fake birthday celebration on August 15, the worst precedent in the country's political history, says Obaidul Qadir. Awami League is deeply rooted. BNP has no ground under its feet, says Information and Broadcasting Minister Dr. Hassan Mahmood. Experts advise people to follow health rules even if corona infection rate and death toll drops. 7 Afghans killed following a crowd crush outside of Kabul airport. And in the men's section of the new format of cricket, the 100-ball tournament, Southern Brave win the title, defeating Birmingham Phoenix by 32 runs. And that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you indeed for joining us, and we request you to follow health guidelines. Please do wear a mask and stay safe from coronavirus. Khuda Hafiz.